Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Finger Guns Podcast. With Tony, Dave, and James, I am your not season finale, year-end, end of year, 2024. Season finale co-host Jimmy, and I'm here with
Big T Tony B.
Yeah, and
fucking exhausted Dave Baldwin.
Well, it's that time of year where everything is happening all at once.
Yeah.
And it's the good news is it's the end of the year, so we're almost done.
Thank Christ for that.
And then you can start 2025 screaming into the void.
Yes, that is what I plan on doing.
I love screaming into the void. It's one of my favorite pastimes.
I'm literally just going to go outside and just scream into
I figured.
the clock. It's midnight, just scream into the void. I used to always think it was a dick move that my dad specifically, not so much my mother, but my dad specifically, when he had time off, he wouldn't, he'd let us go to school or let us go to the babysitter because he needed time for himself. Right?
Sure.
I always thought that was a dick move. I was like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
It's such a dick move. And then this week we had the option to send the kids to daycare. And I thought it was a dick move to send them all every day this week, except for New Year's. But after the week I had, it was a glorious feeling yesterday to walk out of the daycare and just be like this.
Sure.
I love them to death. I will take bullets for them. I will do whatever I have to do to keep them happy and healthy. But I'm very happy that they're at daycare this week.
Please give good gifts to your ECE workers, please.
That
have to mind your gremlins over the holiday season.
We will be giving them gifts. We forgot to get. It's not that we forgot. We didn't time it properly prior to the holiday, the start of the holiday. So we're going to give them out this week.
Good. Before we kick this off,
yes,
I have a small little game for us.
Ooh, a game.
Yeah, we're gonna play some
a riddle, if you will.
I'm gonna quiz you both here with some poorly explained movies.
Okay,
and I feel like both of you should be able to get this, but I'll give you a layup of one, just to start, so you understand how it's gonna sound. All right.
Okay.
All right. So here's the first one. Either of you can answer this one.
Okay.
A group of teens hang out in a library on a Saturday.
Breakfast Club.
There you go. See, you got it. So now we're on board. We're getting it. All right. This one's for Tony. A woman endangers her life while trying to save her cat.
Quiet Place Day 1.
No, Dave.
I don't know why, but Pet Cemetery came in my head. But that
Incorrect to
right.
both of you.
Wait. She endangers her life trying to save the cat.
Would you like a year?
Yes, I would love a year.
I'll give you a decade instead.
That's
70s.
Fine.
Cat in the 70s.
That darn cat. No, it's not that darn cat.
No, it's not that darn cat.
No.
I was going to say Argyle for some reason. I was like, that can't be
Endangers her life to save her cat.
Yes.
That's a step up from the Breakfast Club.
Yes, definitely a step up from the Breakfast Club.
We went to hard mode.
Apparently.
Yeah. Like, what is that?
It is Alien.
Yep.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That would do it.
All right. Here's one for Dave then. A man tries to have sex with his phone.
Her.
Yeah, there you go. That was a nice one. All right, Tone. I'm giving Tony the worst ones. I don't even know if you'll know this one, but will be a layup for both of you if you'd like. A man with a large appendage tries to make a woman fall in love with him.
The Elephant Man?
No.
I would have said the Elephant Man. Large appendage tries to. Okay. Say it again for me.
I have another guess. I want Tony to try first, though.
A man with a large appendage tries to make a woman fall in love with him.
See, I'm not. It's not the movie that I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Kingsley, the Liam Neeson sex therapist one.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's Kinsey.
Kinsey.
No,
Is it Mask with Rocky Dennis?
it is not. It is Roxanne.
Okay. So I was on the right leg. I don't know why. What the fuck is Roxanne? It's Steve Martin in it.
Yeah.
I know exactly.
The nose.
The
The
nose.
nose.
The large
Fuck's
appendage.
sake.
That's why I was like. That's why I was thinking Mask.
Yeah.
Apparently,
You're on the right track.
Apparently, I
You're on
was
the
just
right
thinking of
track.
horrible facial deformities.
I mean,
Jesus.
again, on the right track. Here's one for you. It's a napkin gives a lecture about smoking.
Napkin. Oh. Fuck, I know what this is.
Some of y'all may have just watched this.
Really?
The hint is it takes place during Christmas time.
Die Hard?
No.
A napkin
Gives a lecture about smoking.
It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
And it's one that we've probably watched.
Yeah.
This
Mid 2000s.
Mid 2000s.
That's not Thank You for Smoking.
It is not.
That'd be too easy.
No, it's a Christmas movie.
Elf?
No.
It's not Reindeer Games, obviously.
No,
Why would it be Reindeer Games?
No.
Who the fuck remembers Reindeer Games?
I do. Fuck, James. These are good.
These are good ones.
These are very
really
good. These are very,
It's-
very
yeah.
good.
It's The Holiday.
Fuck's sakes. What?
Yeah.
Napkin get.
I haven't seen The Holiday.
I
in a
don't
long
understand.
time.
I don't
I
understand
haven't
the
seen
connection to
Holiday in a
that.
long time.
Here we go. Final one, everybody. This one should be a nice, easy one. You could say it together in unison. A borderline alcoholic searches for his missing rug.
Lebowski.
Lebowski.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I don't know what words I just said. It's Lebowski.
Those were syllables. Thanks. This was a fun time. I tried to pick some harder ones.
I want to get this game and I want to master the shit.
There were some
Yeah.
difficult ones in there.
There's some big polls in here.
Yeah.
I just Mask Elephant Man.
Fucking Roxanne. Roxanne.
I mean, again, you were on the right track.
I was on the right track. I was a lot better off than I did with the
Yeah.
holiday, but I was on
Yeah.
the track.
The holiday one is fucking weird, but
That's weird. I had the right decade too.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, let's get into the season finale.
Let's do it.
So Tony, you
It's not even Rocky Dennis. It's Eric Stoltz. Rocky Dennis is the character.
This is the character.
Oh my Christ.
So Tony, you put together a bunch of categories for us to keep this a little bit more organized and on track this year, so we're not looking shit up on Letterboxd on the fly.
Yes,
What do
thank you, Tony, for
Yes.
coming up with some
categories.
categories prior to this episode. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
See, new drawing session ends with everyone being cold. That's easy. I could have figured that one out.
Yeah.
Right, and then there's
Yeah.
the
a
other
single
one.
father loses his son but finds him at the dentist.
Easy.
Yeah.
That's easy.
That's
A
the
janitor
one.
writes all over school property.
That's the one I want.
And a goose suddenly dies and makes everybody really depressed.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Top Gun.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I love it.
By
I like
putting
that a
a
lot.
goose, it just
A
fucks
goose,
you
yeah,
up.
it fucks you
'cause
right
you're
up.
like,
I
what
did a double take for a second. I was like,
Goose.
oh, I see what he did there.
So that one I got. Someone pulled. It is in the. There's 2 packs in here, and this is that Top Gun one was in there, and someone pulled it on me like the first time. And they're like, "Oh, let's test you out," and they said that one. I was like, I was thinking of like weird thing. I was like Thanksgiving. Like, what the fuck are we watching? Like a goose, What are we-
Singular
yeah.
goose.
Oh, I see. It's
Ha ha.
the pejorative goose. So anyway, let's give me a category. Let's
Yes,
talk
Do you
about some things.
guys want to go into the categories, or did you want me to get Shudder out of the way because I did a best of Shudder?
You're
as
right.
well?
You're right.
You
We
know what?
should do a best of Shudder.
Let's
Yeah.
do a best of Shudder.
All right, let's get fucking
A
weird.
a season finale Shudder minute.
Yeah.
Evil lurking deep inside, its darkness knows no limit. So listen closely if you dare. This is the Shudder Minute.
Okay. So
Spooky.
So Shudder had a I think they had less. I couldn't find a defined number this year of the Shudder releases. New
Okay.
releases. All I know is it was not as much as last year,
Mm.
and I had only missed 3. One of
Hey,
them
pretty good.
one of them being on their best of list. That one
that's good.
Sauce.
I know, right? That one was
That one could have been the nocebo, Tony.
right. That could have been the nocebo. But that one that I missed was You'll Never Find Me.
Oh, okay.
I think I actually want to watch that.
Yeah, it definitely showed up on a lot of their top lists, and it showed up on a couple horror lists as well. So I'm very interested in seeing that. I'll see that in the new year.
And you didn't see Bloody Axe Wound.
And I didn't see Bloody Axe Wound, but I don't think Bloody Axe Wound came out in Canada.
Probably not.
No. So yeah, not so heartbroken about that one. But nevertheless, so I have 2 lists here. I have a top 3, and then I have 3 runners up.
Sure. Go for it, buddy.
So I'll just go from the bottom to the top.
Sure.
For the runners up, we have Dave's personal favorite from Pog Rock, because I know Dave is a huge fan of Pog Rock. We have Destroy All Neighbors.
Sure.
That one was the Alex Winter one.
Yeah.
That one
Just
was
say Pog Rock and
Pog
we know
Rock.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Was that at the beginning of the year?
That was at the beginning of the year.
Wow.
That was
Started
our
off
first.
strong.
That was our first entry for Shudder this year. So that was number 3 for the runners up. Number 2, we have Exuma. That one is the Korean ghost one.
Yeah.
Yep, on my list.
That one will fuck you up for sure. But it won't fuck you up as much as my top runner up, which was In a Violent Nature.
Sure.
Yup.
Very excited for the sequel
Giddy
that
up.
will film this year. So I'm chomping
This
at
year
the
or
bit.
next year?
Next year. Well, when people
I mean,
are
it's
listening
gonna
to
be-
this,
Yeah,
it's
so
going
when
to be
people
the new
listen to
year.
this, it will be the new year. You're right.
Yes.
You're right.
But nevertheless, here is my top 3 best of Shudder.
Go for it.
At number 3, we have Late Night with the Devil.
Good one.
That was a good one. Excellent.
Very good. Yep.
Number 2, I just want to preface this. This number 2 is my favorite of the year. It's not the best one, but it is my favorite of the year.
Sure.
That is Suitable Flesh. You
Fun,
guys both
fun,
need
fun.
to
Okay.
bring that up in
Okay.
your
Yes,
watch list. That
absolutely.
movie is fucking nuts.
All right.
And then the best of the year, I think Dave already knows which one I'm going to. You could probably guess which one that is. It is the creepy crawly spider nightmare that is infested.
Yes.
We
Yes.
literally
I do
were
remember
just
you
talking
loving
about
that
this.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was definitely the best one. That one is the one that stuck with me the most.
The one
Sure.
about the spider in the shoebox, right?
The spider in the
Yeah.
shoebox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's French. So
And it's
obviously,
French.
all of these things. All
Don't
of these
question it.
I don't. It's pretty much Evil Dead. It's pretty much Evil Dead, right? But it's just spiders instead of the Deadites.
It's great.
It was a good year for Shudder. There was a lot of misses, but there was a lot of bangers as well.
All right.
And I'm excited to see what they bring out in 2025.
Sweet.
All right, so that was Shudder. Now let's move on.
Spoilers. It's Bloody Axe Wound.
Bloody Axe Wound. There you go. Let's go with biggest surprises.
Biggest surprises.
Who wants to start us off with biggest surprises?
Want to knock through a list?
Sure.
Go for it, buddy.
Give me a sit rep because I didn't pull out the list like you guys did.
Oh, well, then I can go then.
You
Yeah.
call me weak sauce. No, I got
No,
it. I got it. Okay. I didn't really put these in any order. The only one that I put in order was the first one.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
But outside the first one, I would say the G, which knocked my socks off.
Yep. Yes.
I was not prepared for how much I enjoyed that film.
Yeah, very good.
National Anthem, which Tony coined the phrase this year of wanting to take a frame and put any frame on the wall.
Yes.
Which he seems to describe
Yes.
every movie with.
Not every movie, just the beautiful ones.
Yeah.
It's just a common thread for you that you keep bringing up. So National Anthem, I really enjoyed that one.
Yep.
Swamp Dog gets his pool painted, which had no
fuck yeah,
right to
man.
be as good as it was.
Absolutely.
And Wicked. I wasn't prepared for how good Wicked was going to be.
Fair enough.
How much I enjoyed it, how much I want to defy gravity at all times.
Fair enough.
My homegirl, Nicole Roberts, if you're listening, it's in my top 30, I promise. But I will. But it is definitely.
But at least they made the biggest
on the top
surprises.
five. It's on my top 5 biggest surprises.
Arguably the more important list.
Arguably the most important list, but because I didn't name my number 1 biggest surprise, Tony, I'm sure you know exactly what I'm going to say. Most people have not had the opportunity to see this film yet, so I'm not going to go into detail about it because spoiler alert, we're going to talk about it next season.
Yeah.
But it's Better Man.
All right.
Which I have not stopped thinking about, and I still cannot for the life of me fathom how good this film is.
Yeah.
And how much I loved this movie and how much I continue to love it every day since. And just that I sold Tony on it. Like, it's a Robbie Williams biopic and he's a monk. He's a CGI monkey for some reason.
Yeah.
And Tony's like, we're in. Let's go.
Just stopped him. Yeah. He said CGI monkey, and I just stopped him immediately. I was like, "You got me.
You got me. Let's go." And just
Incredible.
And Tony likes to say it where we got there late. And
I tell this story to everybody.
We had to get situated. We always get situated. We always get our shit together first. We always have to get ready. Like the shrouds totally threw us off when we were not fucking ready for that. And we should have been, because fuck me, we needed to be ready for that movie. But we got in nearly 10 minutes late. We sat down. I don't even think we took off our coats, and we were just in for the ride.
Yeah. I'm excited. I can't wait. That we'll talk about that movie again soon, but that one is one I'm definitely looking forward to, since I did not get to see it yet.
Yes. If you are in New York, LA, or Toronto right now, you should definitely just carve out some time and go see it, because you owe it to yourself to experience Better Man. And if you don't, it's coming out on January 10th. And like I already spoiled, you're going to be hearing about us talking about it pretty soon.
Yes.
So
yes,
buckle up, bitches.
absolutely.
Mr. James.
All right. My biggest surprises, they are actually in no particular order, except I guess I put my biggest surprise one up in number one, but it's really a shoot all the way down. So start at the bottom here. I put The Soul Eater in here.
Nice
I was not expecting very much from that movie. It was just kind of like, oh, all right, this seems like it could be kind of fun. And I was on board the whole time. French fucking horror, serial killer horror movie thing that was nuts and had a very satisfying sort of conclusion to the entire mystery. I had a great time.
Satisfying. I still need to be held, man. I need to be held.
Yeah. It was fucked up in so many different ways, and I really enjoyed it, but it surprised me. I did not go into that movie expecting very much, and I delivered a really good time. I put Bird on here.
Good one. Good one. Yeah.
As again, sort of the same thing. Like I was like, all right, a drama. All right. I don't know where this is kind of going to go, but blew me. Like the performances blew me away. The way that it was shot was great. And like overall the story, I was just kind of hooked from the beginning and wanting to know more of how everything was going to play out and where everything was going to go. And I was on board for the whole thing. I liked it a whole heck of a lot.
Just landed on Movie, Friends at Movie. So you should definitely check it out if you haven't.
Definitely.
Yes.
And God willing, the three of us will get matching centipede tattoos next year.
We would definitely need to. We would definitely need to.
Absolutely. Next one I put up on here was Flow.
Good one.
Good one. I'm sure is going to get nominated for an animated movie this year.
Yes.
But again, did not go into that movie like a lot of this have the same thing of I did not go in expecting very much, and was just floored by that movie being the way that it was. Like it was, for a movie with zero dialogue, I was having emotional moments. I was like almost on the verge of tears at points. Like I wanted to protect this damn cat at all costs. And it's just an animated cat with there was no reason for me to be this connected to it, but it just speaks to how well this movie is crafted and designed that you're just kind of like fully engrossed in its environment the whole way through. So big ups to Flo on that one. The next one, maybe it wasn't the biggest surprise, but I had to put it in here anyway because I was hyped up way too much going into it, but it didn't disappoint. And I think that helps because usually if I get too hyped on a movie, I'll kind of waffle on it and it'll be like, all right, like, I get the hype, but it was kind of spoiled for me or ruined for me because I was expecting too much of it. This movie I was hyped on and it delivered on every single thing I was hoping it would. And I'm putting the substance in here for that reason alone, because the hype is so real. I cannot begin to describe how real the hype is for that movie. It is incredible. If you still have yet to see it, you should. Like, put it on right now.
We've been talking about it for months.
I can't stop talking about it. It's so fucking good. It has one problem where I think the ending goes on for a little bit too long. Otherwise, there's no notes.
Minor.
It's a minor gripe. I'm nitpicking. But no notes. It delivered on every single thing both of you fuckers hyped me on. And I had the best theater experience I think I've ever had at TIFF watching that movie in a long time, since probably like a Midnight Madness screening. It was the closest to a a proper in the middle of the afternoon Midnight Madness screening it could have had with people walking out.
It helped that it was a Midnight Madness movie.
Exactly. People walking out of the theater, people cringing and squirming in their seats. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen. And that was a fucking press screening. Hell yeah.
Hashtag justice for Monstro Eliza Sue.
Oh, justice for her. She was done so dirty.
Oh, man.
And number one for, again, a movie I wasn't expecting much of, but delivered the biggest twist ending I've ever had this year. It's Conclave. Again, going into that movie being like, all right, the Vatican, popes, whatever. This will be like a decent drama, good cast in there, and then to come out swinging like that, it's like a fucking Hitchcock movie. Fuck, man.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah, pick up the Conclave on that. Again, It's out now. You can watch that one, and you should. My mom has seen it and had a lot of questions afterwards. And you know what? Like the fact that moms are questioning things is a good.
Just the fact that this movie exists is nuts.
Yeah, to go from All Quiet on the Western Front to this with again imagery, because you mentioned it as well. I was literally frame and put on walls. Gorgeous. It's a gorgeous film. Anyway,
gorgeous.
There's my biggest surprises.
Nice.
Just kind of sucks that he's going to do a Bourne movie now.
A Bourne movie?
Yeah.
Bourne's coming back?
Yeah. Of course he's coming back.
You can't.
You can't kill him. He's like the Grimace. You can't kill him.
Is Matt Damon in it?
Yes.
Did they not learn from Jason Bourne? That movie
they can't make another fucking. What was that goofy one? The Bourne Legacy.
Bourne Legacy.
Yeah, they're not gonna make that again.
Yeah.
Poor Jeremy Renner.
He just can't catch a break.
They tried. Well. Yeah, he can. He caught some breaks, Tony, but they weren't the breaks he wanted.
No, definitely not. So for my biggest surprise, I cheated a bit and I put an extra one in there because I just felt like it needed to be in there.
Sure.
So my runner up for biggest surprise is The G.
Okay, fair enough. Yep.
Just like
I do concur with Dave.
Right,
you on
just
this.
knocked me out. Dale Dickey is something amazing.
Best friend of the podcast.
Best friend of the podcast.
Dale Dickey.
I am looking forward to hopefully getting another interview opportunity so I can also be in on this best friend friendship. So anyways, without further ado, in no particular order, I just want to start off with James's personal favorite movie of 2024, The Beekeeper.
Yes. Yeah. My all-time fave.
The Queen Slayer.
The Queen Slayer. Oh my God. This movie was, I cannot fathom how excited I was to see this movie. The trailer was absolutely bonkers. And just going into the movie, just knowing everything and just how everything played out, it just knocked me back. It's by no means a good movie, but fuck
it is not.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a hell of a lot of fun,
I guess.
And then after that, Quiet Place Day One, I will literally die for Frodo any day of the week.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like the amount of emotion that I had during this movie, like I was not expecting to go to the places that it did, to be so emotionally invested in
absolutely.
A cat and whether or not this cat lived. Spoiler alert, the cat does live. Just
thank God for that.
Yeah.
Thank God for that. But getting there was an emotional journey and I just cannot stop thinking about it. The next one I have Twisters. Probably will go down in on my list for best 4DX experience.
Oh yes, no doubt.
This movie did not expect it to be as fun as it was. Did not expect for me to have such a man crush on Glenn Powell for this movie. I cannot wait to watch it again. I know.
You didn't already have a man crush on him,
but like Twisters just like exacerbated it. Like now, literally just made it like so much more.
Sure.
And then I have The Apprentice.
Okay. Yeah.
That one knocked me back. I wasn't expecting that. Again, you want to talk about shots that you can put on the wall.
Yeah.
I loved how this was filmed. It was so good. Sebastian Stan, holy shit.
You had a great year.
Jeremy Strong, another one. Holy shit. The two of them in this movie. I didn't expect to like a movie about Donald Trump so much, but I did. And then just to round out this list, Dave knows which one I'm going to go with.
Go on.
It is Better Man.
Yeah, makes sense.
I am literally telling everyone and their goddamn mother to see this movie.
Tell their grandmothers too.
Literally, when a movie comes out in theaters, I'm probably going to take Melissa. I'm probably going to take my mom. I'm probably going to take all of my work coworkers to go see this movie.
Yeah.
I'm just going to buy stock in this movie because I'm going to be seeing it a lot.
Just rent out the AVX and we'll all come.
We just, I think that's what we need to do.
Oh man, remember we did that one time.
That was a good time.
For
the
Suicide
Batman?
Squad.
Oh no,
it was
Suicide Squad. That was Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it was a good time.
It was a
for
really
sure.
good time.
This movie is a good time, and you're not going to be able to predict what happens, but it's going to be great.
Nice.
Well, you can. You just because it follows every formula you expect. It just doesn't do it the way you expect it to do it.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I'm very excited for the general public that finally have a chance to see this movie.
Fair enough.
All right. So those were our surprises. Now let's get into the bummers, our biggest disappointments.
Bummer.
This is a bummer.
Yeah. This is a big old bummer.
What do you got for me, Dave?
All right.
You don't gotta harp on these ones too much, but you can.
I'll go. I don't think I rank them, but I'll go from the bottom of my list anyway.
Yeah.
Drive Away Dolls.
Yeah.
Which our boy Nicky P put on his top 5, but we all will question for the rest of our lives.
Yeah,
that's a choice. That's a capital C choice.
Number 4, Queer. Luca Guadagnino's Queer.
Interesting
Choice. It's not a bad movie by any stretch. I just kind of wanted more from it.
Yeah.
Because I really don't like the third act. And I'm curious to hear what everybody else thinks of the third act when they finally experience it.
I'm hoping it grows on me like Naked Lunch did, but I feel like Naked Lunch is its own category and should not be compared to this movie.
This is true.
But it does go to some Naked Lunch-esque places.
Right.
Naked Lunch adjacent
places for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Number 3, this one is very controversial. But our boy Avnish will be very proud of me for putting it on this list. Nickel Boys.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Which really let me down. Everyone loves this movie. It's on top 10 lists everywhere. It really let me down.
Was not for Dave.
It was not for me. Beautiful, beautiful film. Another one of Tony's gorgeous put it on the wall movies.
Sure. Yeah.
Not for me.
That's okay. That's fair.
Not for me. Number 2, Maxine, which really let me down because I wanted something amazing and I got something mediocre.
I will say that your reviews of Maxine really just made me not watch Maxine.
That's fair.
I just decided to just skip it.
Yeah, you don't need
what's
to
the point?
You don't need to see it.
Yeah.
Doesn't really need it.
There's a couple of scenes you could probably watch, but it's not worth watching.
Yeah.
And my biggest disappointment easily was Saturday Night. I put my faith in Jason Reitman.
That's an interesting pick.
Yeah.
I watched it twice in the course of 24 hours, and
this is true. You did. You did give it a second shake.
I gave it a proper second shake within 24 hours.
Yeah,
and
didn't do it.
Didn't do it. Not
Fair
a
enough.
bad film, but just not a film
Not
that
quite your tempo.
That I was very excited for that one, and it let me down.
Yeah,
let me down hard.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll go through mine. Mine are a little bit in a similar vein, but I'll start sort of somewhere at the bottom with Joker Folie à Deux being just an absolute travesty.
Accurate.
There is so much more that could have been of that movie, and we ended up with just a pile of trash.
Yep.
And so that movie exists.
And Lady Gaga.
And
Lady Gaga being in a pile of trash movie.
Yep.
After that, I put Without Blood, which was the biggest snooze I've ever had at TIFF in my life. That was the Angelina Jolie directed.
I was trying to think. I was like, Without Blood? What the fuck is this movie?
It was Selma Hayek, sorry.
Selma Hayek.
And it was
and Damien Bashir, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a huge snore through the entire thing. It was boring as hell. Number 3, I put Rumors, also a movie I saw at TIFF. Is going in the same vein as you, David. Just I know a lot of people like that movie and like really like are like, oh, it's great, it's so funny. I couldn't get on board with the satire of it, and it was overly long. And yeah, because I wasn't on board from the beginning, it was never going to probably work for me. But I was expecting something fun, given again the cast and who directed it. I thought I could have gotten into it, but this one just didn't do anything for me.
I am still genuinely curious about this one. I do want to visit it at one point.
Try it.
It's going to be on Canada's top 10.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
Fantastic.
yeah,
For sure.
Try it out.
And I didn't realize James was such a Guy Madden or is it Guy Madden or Guy Madden?
Guy Madden.
Guy Madden. I didn't realize you were such a Guy Madden fan. But
Here we are. Here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Next, I put on The Return.
Yeah.
Which man, I was hoping for so much more out of The Return. Oh, Rafe, what have you done to me, buddy?
Well, you'll get a second chance because Chris Nolan just said he's doing it too.
We're doing it, baby. This is the year of the Odyssey. Anyway, so The Return was certainly a film. At the top, a movie that I think all three of us actually just recently watched, Y2K.
Oh, yeah.
There was so much more that could have been out of that movie. I was so disappointed and let down by it. It had all the beginnings of a very good, like, coming of age, sort of fun nostalgia romp. And for a time where all three of us were definitely of age and remember it very well, the nostalgia was there. The rest of the movie is fucking dog shit. Like, no character development. Nothing, like nobody to give a shit about. Fred Durst for an inexplicable reason.
He's
and
the best part of the movie.
Sure, but
Is
it's
he?
inexplicable, Tony.
Is he, Tony?
I'm grasping at straws here, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's again, it's a movie that exists that, like it wastes one of the characters so quickly on in the movie. Like it's frustrating. It's a frustrating experience.
Every time you get connected to anybody in that movie, they just get rid of them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. So
And they do my girl Rachel Zegler fucking dirty.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
skip this movie at all costs.
Chuck it right into the bin.
Yeah.
Just Kareem that
Yeah.
right into
Yeah.
the bin.
Yeah. Even if your nostalgia is like, oh, you know what? I would like this movie. It's produced by Jonah Hill. Fuck off. No, just chuck it in the bin.
Just yeet.
Yeah. Tony.
So, you guys probably won't remember our last season finale where
It's been a while.
It's been a while. I listened to it.
It's been
I
about a year.
listened to it. I listened to the episode a couple times in preparation for this episode, just making sure. And I had pointed out 3 movies that I was really excited for 2024.
Sure.
And I just want to point out that 3 of the 5 movies on my biggest disappointments are those 3 movies that I said that I was excited for.
Nice.
Oof, Madonna.
Those 3 movies are Godzilla Kong New Empire. What the fuck was that?
Godzilla
X-Con.
X-Con.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Sure.
What the fuck? And then my ultimate disappointment, the movie that makes me literally mad as much as Quiche makes Dave mad.
Quiche does make me mad.
That film is Venom: The Last Dance.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's
I will not recover from how disappointed I was from that movie.
That's
I know
fair.
I shouldn't put my faith in, a Venom movie, but you know what? I did, and I was greatly let down.
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were definitely made during that. And then the other two to round out the list, other ones that made me feel very, very upset.
Yeah.
Maxine, obviously.
Sure.
I had a lot of faith in that movie, and it
Sure.
did not do me good. And then another movie that I fucking hated, and so upset that I hated it. It was Bad Boys Ride or Die.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was fun.
Really?
Some fun with it.
Really? You had some fun with it?
The gun fucking
that was
the first person shooter gun things.
Great. The rest, not so great.
Yeah, all right.
Fair enough.
I was really upset.
Fair enough.
And those were my biggest disappointments.
Cool.
Next,
I forgot Tony worships at the altar.
Yes,
of
he
Bad
does.
Boys.
He really does.
dude, Bad Boys 2 is arguably one of the greatest action movies of all time.
Yeah, and it was directed. It was directed by Michael Bay, who did not direct this movie.
And there's your problem.
Or the last one. Although you say this movie is a disappointment, there's no way those two guys made that movie and then made Batgirl, and Batgirl's unwatchable. There's no way. There is no way.
I will give you that.
Batgirl is unwatchable. After watching that, Batgirl's unwatchable.
We need to get Batgirl. We need to see. We need to know.
Like there's no way that is unwatchable.
These guys are great. It's just
You want to say it's a disappointment? That's fine. but it is not unwatchable.
I didn't say it was unwatchable. I just said I thought it was going to be light years better than it was.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. But anyways, disappointments.
Yeah.
And now for my favorite category. It is biggest what the fucks or biggest WTFs.
Yes, for the sanitized version.
For the sanitized version.
Yeah, Dave, what were your biggest WTFs? The way that I approached this category was if it was any movie that made me go, "What the fuck am I watching?" is my approach to this.
Oh, mine's all of these ones.
Okay, good. We're on the same page.
So
Did you guys do what you guys usually do, where you included all movies or just movies in 2024?
Oh, I just did movies in 2024.
just did 2024.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
Perfect.
The only ones that I did any other movies outside of 24 was the
first time
watches.
That's
Otherwise,
okay.
Yeah.
it's all
This is
2024.
biggest what the fucks for 2024.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Okay. So this one I think might actually be ranked a bit. So I'll go with my first one because Tony literally just watched it.
sure.
It's Yorgos Lanthimos's Kinds of Kindness, which was a big old what the fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big old what the fuck.
I like that movie, but
I
that
like it a
movie,
lot.
there's a whole lot of what the fuck is happening. in
just
that
watch
movie.
it?
I just watched it. Yeah.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah,
Welcome
thank
to
you.
the party, pal.
Thank you.
Like, there's nothing that prepares you for that movie.
No,
It's just
absolutely not.
what the fuck.
Yeah.
All the way down.
All the way.
Like almost 3 hours of what the actual fuck.
Yeah.
Starring reigning Best Actress winner Emma Stone.
Yeah.
Number 4, Tony didn't get to see it, but Sasquatch Sunset,
Oh, true.
which I thought it'd be weird, guys. And it is most certainly weird, but it is downright fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
Yeah.
I'm still excited to see it.
No,
Got it.
go.
No.
you
Go,
can
go,
continue.
go.
You can
No. I had nothing else. Go,
Sorry.
go.
Number 3, a movie that it still sits with me and keeps me up at night.
Yeah.
And I don't think many people have gotten the chance to see it, and I don't recommend many people go to see it or watch it. But Vinegar Syndrome bought it out, so if you're a big Vinegar Syndrome head, it's out there. It's Black Eyed Susan.
Oh yeah.
This is this is available digitally.
Oh yeah.
Just within the last couple of
What?
weeks, it's now available. So if you want
What
to go
the
down that
fuck?
rabbit hole, you guys, we're leaving it up to you. We don't
Yep.
recommend it, but
Yeah.
if you
We
want to
had-
go down it,
We had a very, very good conversation about this film a few months back at Fantasia, and it is definitely a film that will incite conversation, but it's demonic.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
When Tony put the category of biggest what the fucks, I was like,
Yeah.
well, this has to go
this
on
has
there.
to go in it.
This
Yeah.
has
and
to
I mean,
go on there.
we had to sign a waiver for that one.
We did. We
that
did have
one-
to sign a
that
waiver.
one came with a trigger warning.
That one did come with a huge sugar warning.
Yeah, that was.
It wasn't even a warning so much as it was a you've been told.
You've been told, and you cannot come back and complain.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the ultimate buyer beware.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seriously.
Yeah. So yeah, if you really want to go on that journey, ladies and gentlemen,
You can.
you can.
And it's entirely on you.
But it's on you.
Yeah.
It's on
we
you.
Are, we are
I don't even want to. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about the content
all trauma that you may
because
experience.
it's coming back to me again, and it's going to keep me up
Yeah.
tonight. Number 2, the WoW Platinum of it all. Megalopolis.
Yes.
Because I was excited for that movie. No matter what anybody said, I was excited for that movie.
Sure.
I told Francis Ford Coppola to
Yeah.
his face that
In
I was
person.
excited for that movie.
Yeah.
And holy shit, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. Yeah.
What the actual fuck was that?
That deserves all of it.
Like, I just.
The moment I saw this category, I was like, Megalopolis.
There's certain movies this year that just you don't even need to talk about it. It just excellently
is.
fits into that category.
It has to be there. It has to be there. Like it is a work of art. It is one of the most unique films of 2024. I think I've named off quite a few unique films. If I could say anything about these 4 films, they're unique.
Yeah.
And it is quite the singular vision. But again, what
the actual fuck? What the actual fuck is that movie? Anyway.
That's your pussy.
It sure is.
Sure is, Shia. It sure is.
Sure is.
Hey. Check out this boner.
Oh my god.
So go back to the club.
What's the line that he's more of an oral kind of guy and she's more of an anal kind of girl?
Yeah.
That was a good one too. Oh my,
Lord
just
help
anything that
us.
comes out of her mouth in that movie.
Lord help us all.
Oh man, I'm excited for the Criterion release if it ever
Yeah.
comes.
Oh my god. Yeah, I need that in my life.
Yeah.
And then my biggest what the fuck, I wouldn't call it unique. I wouldn't call it anything because it's not even disappointing. It's not bad. It's just what the fuck was everybody thinking on this one? And it's Madame Web.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the fuck was
Yeah.
anybody who worked on that movie thinking?
Oh my god.
How do you do
Yeah.
my girl Sydney Sweeney that dirty? How do you do Dakota Johnson that dirty?
Fair.
How do you do Shoshana from fucking Girls that dirty? How do you do that ADR that badly?
Yeah.
Oh my god. How do you not know how to open a can of Pepsi?
It's a mess.
What?
It's a mess.
What
all
the
the way
fuck
down.
was
It's
that?
so
Oh my
bad.
What the fuck
I can't
was
believe
that?
it exists.
There was
Oh my God.
There's a meme on the internet about those like New Year's memes if you play it by a certain time.
Sure.
There's one where it's like if you play Madame Web at 11:45, you'll
Yeah.
be safely asleep at time.
Yeah. I don't know that. You know what though? I will say that movie did not put me to sleep because I was just so engrossed with how the fuck did this happen?
Bewildered.
Yeah.
Bewilderingly
Yeah.
bad.
Oh man.
Like
It's an all-timer.
It's painful how bad that movie is.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It's going down on all times.
All timer. All time. What the fuck?
Yeah. So I go through mine. There's a lot of overlap here.
That's fine.
I will say. So I'm not going to do this in any particular order, but I definitely had Megalopolis, Madame Web, and Black Eye Susan on this list. I also definitely considered Kinds of Kindness because what the fuck is that movie? Three in the middle that made me kind of go in the same vein of Madame Web of what the fuck? Mean Girls?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
That
Yeah.
was how do you fuck that up that badly?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uglies, because that should have
Still
been
want to see it.
that should have
I
been a
forgot
very
this
good movie.
existed.
That should have been a much better movie than it was.
Still
and
wanna see it.
It's so bad.
Oh,
It's
man.
so bad all the way down. And the last one, again, in the same way that I was just kind of baffled at the screen watching it happen in front of my eyes. Borderlands.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a train wreck.
That was an absolute train wreck, akin to Madame Web.
Yeah.
Very similarly, how did we get this bad? How is it this bad? It shouldn't be this bad. How is there this much narration? How does nobody give a shit about anything that's happening in this movie? Why does any of it happening at all?
I still can't believe that they didn't even fucking edit out the crew guy who helped them lift the fucking manhole.
No,
that
absolutely
is
not.
still in the movie.
That's in there, along with a shitload of shit jokes.
yeah.
And just forgettable performances. I don't even know what Cate Blanchett's doing in this thing. Existing.
The fuck is Kevin Hart doing in this?
What is
movie?
Kevin Hart doing
Yeah.
in this movie?
Seriously.
Nobody cares.
I just love that Cate Blanchett made Tar, which is incredible film.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, you owe it to yourself to watch it. But it ends on a downer note involving what? Monster Hunter? Is that what it is? Is it Monster Hunter? It's a video game.
Yeah.
It involves a video game. I
that's
believe
right.
it's Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
And then she makes Borderlands.
Well, I feel like in the
literally like she went from
timeline she made
best
Borderlands
actor-
beforehand.
I know. In the timeline she did make, but it's still like in release order. It's like she went from a best actress worthy performance to Borderlands.
to this
and it's
piece
like
of garbage.
literally what happens in the movie.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Tony.
So I have two overlaps in my list. My list is in no particular order, but obviously Megalopolis is there.
Sure.
Black Eye Susan. That movie still keeps me up at night.
Yup.
I love that we all overlap on those two.
Yup. No way we didn't.
Yeah, definitely not. The Substance, because
Oh, sure.
what
Yeah.
the actual fuck
the
was
actual
that
fuck?
movie? Me
Brilliant.
and Dave,
In a
was
good
what it
way.
was.
Oh, in a good way. Well, like me and Dave saw it at fucking 10 in the morning
Yes,
on
you did.
a fucking Thursday.
Yeah.
And we had breakfast sandwiches, and Dave's like, what are you going to do with your sandwich? I was like, you know what, man? Like, I think I'm kind of hungry right now. So I'm just going to fucking eat it up, and ate it up within the first 5 minutes. And thank God I did.
Glad you did.
Right. Like, there was,
Once those shrimp came on screen, you would have had to throw out your sandwich.
well, like if you guys saw the actors roundtable, Saoirse Ronan was talking to, it was Saoirse Ronan, Demi Moore was there, and like a couple others, and she was saying that she was like getting ready to watch The Substance on like a Friday or Saturday night. She's got her Thai food, she's all ready to watch it, and she's eating it, and she gets 10 minutes in, and she's just like, I'm gonna switch it to another movie, and she's gonna start watching.
Yeah.
I think she started watching Lee with Kate Winslet.
Sure.
Kate Winslet was in the conversation too. She was just like, yeah, I just went there and watched that for a bit, and then I went back to The Substance because like that shrimp scene, holy shit, and holy shit.
Considering how gross that movie is, how is that the grossest
How is that?
part?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That is the most
It's vile.
vile.
It's not gonna get nominated, but I think it deserves to be nominated for best sound just for that fucking scene.
yeah.
Oh my god.
It's
so wet.
just like
repulsive.
it going in his mouth, it playing like him playing with it, like dipping it into the sauce.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
Repulsive.
Like I'm like about
Repulsive.
to gag just thinking
Yeah.
of it.
Not just because it's Dennis Quaid,
not because it's Dennis Quaid, who's also named Harvey in the movie.
right?
And then for my other two, I have The People's Joker.
Ooh,
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Because what the fuck was that movie?
Sure.
You cannot be prepared for that movie. That movie deserves to be seen, but holy shit, be prepared. It is not what
we
you
did not
expected.
get to talk about that movie this year.
No.
So when you watch it, let me know when you watch it so I can rewatch it.
Sure.
Because I feel that movie deserves a full-on conversation.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We can schedule that in.
Yeah, that deserves a full-on conversation.
And my last one, this is a bullshit technicality because this movie came out in Canada last year, but came out in the States this year. And last year it didn't get any praise because no one had seen it, but everyone was seeing it in this year, and it's on a lot of people's 2024 lists.
It's because Canadian cinema has a bad rap,
Canadian cinema definitely has a bad rap,
especially
and
with Canadians.
right? You should definitely look past this and see this movie immediately. I am talking about the film Red Rooms. This movie shook me to my core. I am still thinking about it. It keeps me up at night. I needed to be held. I watched it in a dark room while Melissa was sleeping next to me, and it was the biggest mistake I could have made. This movie goes to a lot of dark places. It goes to places that you don't expect it to go, and you are literally on the edge of your seat.
Huh.
It is a phenomenal movie. It will mentally fuck you up.
I like this.
Great movie.
I will watch it.
And I can't wait to revisit it again.
Even though it keeps you up at night and you need to be held and you need therapy after watching it.
But it's just so good. So good.
Yeah.
It will remind you of Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And you know what? That movie went to dark places, but this fucking goes to even like more of a dark place.
Yeah.
And it's like, you'll be questioning your morality in it for sure.
Yeah.
It's like a regular Black-Eyed Susan.
Like a regular Black-Eyed
Hell
Susan.
yeah. That's what I need more of.
Right. But yeah, definitely seek it out.
Will do.
Next up, we have our favorite first time watches.
This is of any movie that we
This is
watched
of any
in the year
movie.
of 2024.
Exactly. Dave,
like
hit
it.
us up.
All right. So these are all not 2024 films, obviously. And for some reason, I like to just keep it to, because I have a list on Letterboxd, and I try to keep it to movies that came out before 2016. I don't know why, but that's my barometer.
That's your barometer.
Okay. That is my barometer. So these are in alphabetical order. We got Bound, which somehow I had never seen before, and that movie fucked me right up. Love it to death. Chicken Run, which is so much fun.
Choice. Okay.
So much fun.
It is very fun.
Nice.
I loved it. I hear the second one's shit, but I had a blast watching Chicken Run. Dress to Kill, which I literally just ordered the arrow of. I loved that movie. Just De Palma, Maniac. and fucking pre-Sipowicz, fucking Dennis Franz,
Sure.
Sipowicz origin story.
Michael Caine, just Angie Dickinson. Oh man, it's good shit.
Nice.
It is good shit. They don't make them. They
really don't make
when
them
you
like
say
they used
things
to.
like they don't make them like they used to. They're talking about movies like this.
Yeah.
Hoop Dreams,
Sure. Yeah. I forgot that was this year.
which
That was at the beginning of the year.
it was
Yeah,
at the
it sure
beginning of the
was.
year, but it stuck with me for the rest of the year.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a good one.
That was a very, very good one. Good pick, Dave. Very
Yes,
good pick,
pick,
Dave.
Dave.
Yeah, Dave.
And
Thanks, Dave.
There's no Stargate.
Yeah. It was no Stargate.
And one of the podcast's patron saints, John Waters, his film Serial Mom, which I loved.
Huh.
Loved.
End of list.
End of list. End of list. I have other films for that, but those were the five that I kind of stuck with me, where I was just like, I love everything about all of these movies.
Yeah. It's a good list.
Very good.
I like it.
Thank you.
I
Thank
like
you.
it.
Thank you.
I'm a little bit looser with my year that I can start at. But anyway, I really enjoyed it. I watched Sholay this year, India's Western epic.
Nice.
It was excellent all the way through, even though it's like 3 hours plus long, but it is a true trip through the entire time. And it's like hooked, and it's just literally a Western. Like there's a train robbery, and like it's got all the beats that you want. There's a standoff in the middle of town. It's excellent all the way through. There's shocking moments where a guy is missing an arm. It's great. It's overall just great. But yeah, big ups to Sholay's existence. It's incredible. I watched very recently. I watched The Silent Partner, which
Elliot Gould, man.
Elliot Gould and Christopher Plummer. It's set in 70s Toronto, and it's exclusively Toronto. Like most of it takes place at the Eaton Center.
I love it.
And it's excellent. It's a wonderful movie, a good Christmas movie, by the way. With Christopher Plummer dressed up as a Santa robbing a bank. It's great. It's great.
So you'll be happy to know that Kino Lorber is bringing out a 4K of that.
I need it
in like the next few months.
I need it.
Oh, very nice. Because I was looking at the Blu-ray, and you know what, man? We just shouldn't buy Blu-rays anymore. We should just wait for the 4K.
That's what I've been doing with some movies, Tony.
Yeah,
like if it comes out on Blu-ray within the last like 2 years, I'll get it. But if it has not come out on Blu-ray within the last 2-3 years, I'm waiting.
Yeah. It'll be baby's first Kino Lorber.
All right.
Nice.
I also watched Monsters U this year for the first time. I'd never seen it.
Really?
Yeah, correct.
Damn.
We saw that on opening day.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I don't know how I ended up missing that one. I think I just was like, oh, whatever. I don't want to see a Monsters Inc. sequel or whatever.
Yeah.
Prequel.
It's fucking
Prequel,
good.
sequel, whatever. Yeah, it's really good.
It's fucking
It's
good.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when we went through, we watched all the Pixar movies, so there was a few blind spots that I was able to wrap up, and this was one of them, and it was great.
Nice.
Beverly Hills Cop was a first time watch for me this year. It was great.
Nice.
It was very, very fun. Loved it very, very much. So thank you for pushing me to watch that.
Is this the man who put the banana in the tailpipe?
It's great.
Who stopped the car?
So good. Eddie Murphy's so great in that movie.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. And up at the top, I'm going with a slightly more recent movie, but from 2023. I watched Past Lives this year and was just kind of floored by it. It was very, very good the whole way through.
Feels.
Hit me in all the feels.
All the feels.
I loved it for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, if you didn't count that one, you would have followed my I
would have. Yeah, I would have.
Before 2016. But good films. All good. I haven't seen Sholay, but all bangers all around.
Yes. You should see Sholay.
It
if
is
you have
on
3
my
hours
list.
of time.
Apparently, based on all the movies I've been watching lately, I got 3 hours of time.
Oh my goodness.
Tony.
So for mine, it's ranked. I find it hilarious that 2 directors that have directed my movies are overlapped with Dave.
Nice.
So starting at number 5, I have from our patron saint, John Waters.
Sure.
I have Multiple Maniacs.
All right.
If there is a time where the three of us are together at Easter, I feel like we should crowd around the table, the TV, and we should watch this movie because it is an excellent Easter movie.
Excellent.
There's reviews on Letterboxd that says Jesus may die for our sins, but Divine did something crazy for us.
Fair enough.
You will never look at the Stations of the Cross again.
Again, just you won't even look at it.
You won't even look at it. Just know you won't. You will know its existence, but you will never want to go through them ever again.
Fair enough.
What are we doing now?
I need to know.
Pop it on.
And there's something with a lobster.
Oh,
and boys, I'm telling you, man, we should carve out some time at Easter to watch this.
Done.
So what you're saying is that me blind buying it on Criterion was a very good choice.
Very good choice. Very good choice. I'm not going to lie. And there's also reviews on Letterboxd that says, I'm just going to tell my kids this was the Passion of the Christ.
Fair.
And you know what? I kind of might too.
Fair.
We can watch it back to back with Pink Flamingos because I need to sit there with Jimmy and watch Pink Flamingos.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Next up, I have England's answer to Godzilla. I'm talking about Gorgo.
Oh, all right. Where the fuck are you going with this?
I unabashedly love this fucking movie.
Fair.
It is so cheesy. It doesn't make a lick of sense, but I shit you not, the last 20 minutes when that fucking monster is just laying waste to London trying to find its baby is a thing of beauty. I fucking loved it. Next up, I have The Birdcage. I'd never seen The Birdcage. I watched it for the first time. Made me cry a little bit because, like, holy shit, man, we lost a real one. Robin Williams is excellent in this movie. Nathan Lane is fucking outstanding. If you haven't seen this movie, just what are you doing? Just stop this podcast. Go watch it. Come back to us.
You have seen The Birdcage, but you definitely wouldn't have remembered it.
No. I said when we talked about it on the podcast, the fussy. That is literally all I remember.
Sure. Yeah.
But it was great. Second, I have another movie from Brian De Palma from the 80s. It is called Blowout. That movie just knocked my fucking socks off. John Travolta is great. John Lithgow, like, he is a menace. This movie is so good. And like Dave said about Dress to Kill, they sure just don't make movies like this anymore. Definitely seek it out if you haven't already seen it. And lastly, for my number one, starring our Lord and Savior, Don Lee, I have The Gangster, the Cop, and the Devil.
Sure.
This movie is excellent, and it features Don Lee just making a fucking mess of everybody in his way. He beats the fuck out of everybody. I'm pretty sure he throws somebody through the wall, and then he goes through the wall and continues beating the fuck out of them.
Sure.
Just like Don Lee would in real life.
Exactly. And when he punches someone, it sounds like he's just putting his fist through a tree trunk. Like,
he's a brick house.
He's a brick shit house.
Sure is.
This movie was excellent. Great cat and mouse, little thriller. We've talked about it on the podcast. It was definitely one of my favorites this year.
Nice.
Again, it's funny that you picked only one that was not within the 2016 range that I gave you.
But yeah. So
I need to see that one too.
Which one? Okay. Yeah, you definitely should seek it out for sure.
But now I just want to do like a fucking John Waters marathon.
Dude, I'm always down for a John Waters marathon.
Yeah.
Like, I was getting towards the end of the year, and I was looking at my list, and I was like, you know what? I haven't seen a Quentin Dupieux movie. I haven't seen a John Waters movie. I need to rectify that. The Quentin Dupieux movie obviously let me down. But John Waters never lets you down.
Sure.
I don't know if we mentioned it on the podcast before, but we did a Cronenberg marathon.
Yes.
With friends, Mike, James. Was Matt there too?
Matt probably was there too.
Matt was probably there too.
Yeah.
I assume he would have been there. If he wasn't there, then he missed out.
Yeah.
And we watched Cronenberg, and what did we watch? We watched Scanners,
Fly,
Videodrome,
and
The Fly,
Naked Lunch too. Right?
Naked Lunch, and Existence back to back to back to back.
What an evening.
That was a day, my friend. That was a day where you don't come back from that kind of day.
Yeah.
That day it sticks with you.
Yeah, no kidding.
It sticks with you. It sticks in your craw. So
kidding.
I think we need to take some time and do it again for John Waters.
Yeah, I think definitely do. I do agree with.
Pay our respects.
Yes. Pay our respects.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
He's earned it.
Definitely.
Sure has.
So up next, we have the ones that we've missed. So which big movies of this year did y'all miss and are quickly going to rectify that in the new year?
Well, I'm going to do my best to. Sure. Yeah.
Well, one, I don't know if I can rectify yet, but I'm hoping I can. These aren't really. I'll leave the last one will be the one that I don't know if when I can rectify it or not. But DD, which I really wanted to see and I never got to see.
DD is a good one, yeah.
Very good things about. The Count of Monte Cristo, which everybody is fucking talking about.
Oh, really?
God.
Yes, everybody loves that movie. Everybody's been singing its praises.
Interesting.
Did not see that one. Hundreds of Beavers, which everyone loves, and I just could. I put it on and I just couldn't do it because I just was not in the place to do it that night.
Yeah.
That was a mistake, but that's okay. Will and Harper, which I've wanted to see all year and I never made time for, and the one that I don't know when I'm going to get to see it, but I hope I can, is No Other Land, which was at TIFF and has been at multiple festivals, but does not have distribution, but is somehow the one to beat for best documentary this year.
Interesting.
But it does not have distribution. So I don't know how I'm going to get to see it, but
We'll figure it out.
where there's
We'll
a
find a
will,
way.
there's
We'll
a
find
way.
it. We'll
I know
find
it's
it.
playing in New York next month, so guess we're going to New York
Guess we're
City,
going to
boys.
New York.
Excellent.
Live and on location.
Excellent.
James.
Yeah, mine will have most of ones that you guys have probably already seen. But these are the ones that I missed that I did kind of want to see. At the bottom, actually, I'll start off with one that I think the only reason I want to see it is because I was bombarded with trailers for it for so long that now I'm just curious. I'm putting The King Tide down at the bottom.
Oh, I do want to see that. Tony's seen it. Tony's
my
seen it.
God.
Yeah.
We give thanks to Isla.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was
I wanna see that one too.
bombarded with so many trailers that I'm like, now I just need to know. Like I've seen the trailer 52 times. I need to understand, like, what is this movie?
And it's Canadian.
And it's Canadian.
Also at TIFF.
Yes. So missed it, but I would like to still check that out. Sing Sing. I definitely want to watch that. A movie that I tried to squeeze in over the holidays, but just ran out of time. Baby Girl. Because I need some more thirsty Nicole Kidman in my life. The Wild Robot, which is still on my list of things to see, and I will try to squeak that one out before the Oscars because I think it'll be up there somewhere. And the one that I will see as soon as it becomes a little bit more readily available than at the TIFF Bell Lightbox, The Brutalist.
Good man.
These are my five.
Those are. Yeah, I really want to watch Sing Sing again. I really want to watch it again.
I've heard nothing but good things.
My viewing was definitely marred, so I would like to watch it again before the Oscars.
Yeah, that one. These are all ones that I'm gonna try to squeeze in before the nominations go out.
Good call.
Tony.
So for the ones that I missed, there's one movie that I'm sure will haunt me for the next couple of weeks that I hadn't seen it.
Sure.
That is obviously Nickel Boys.
Sure.
Fucking Dave just keeps fucking harping on this goddamn movie.
Yeah.
He's gonna be so upset. He's gonna be upset when he sees it.
Fuck, man. And then I have Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I didn't get a chance to see that one, and I really wanted to. Terrifier 3. I wanted to see that too. Just couldn't make it work. Will and Harper, and September 5th.
Yeah, all good choices.
Yeah.
All good
And I'm
choices.
sure I will definitely see most of those in January.
Yeah, and I mean, like I as a spoiler for later, I'll skip it. We have another category where we're talking about movies for 2025. I put September 5th or September 5 in there because technically,
yeah,
you're not
wrong. You're not wrong for sure.
But yeah. So I guess next we're into the final bit, eh?
We're into the final bit.
I think we should maybe just like run through these runners up and then straight into our top 10 and not break it up. I feel like that just makes more sense so we can follow your flow and your pattern for what you chose. Huh?
Absolutely.
Before you guys do,
Sure.
I just want to give a shout out to Route 504 PR, who helped us out a lot this year. Star PR, which did a great job for us. Tarot PR. Christ, how many other
Touchwood PR?
Touchwood PR,
Yeah.
TIFF, who let us in, Hot Docs, Fantasia, Tribeca, just Winnie Wong, Mr. Will Wong.
Yeah.
Just anybody who helped us out this year, all of our guests this year. Just thank you. Thank you. All the people that we got to interview.
Yes.
I think this was a banner year for interviews for us.
It really was.
It's a banner year for episode counts as well. We did a lot this year.
We did. So I am very thankful and very proud of everything that we did this year. And for everyone who helped us out, I really appreciate you. And thank you so much. And I hope that you guys are having a great holiday season. And I hope we can all come together in 2025 and continue
Absolutely
to make some great episode, great content, great reviews, greatness.
Yeah.
In the Finger Guns with Tony, Dave, and James podcast, because I have a blast recording this with you two chuckleheads.
Seriously.
I love seeing you both. I love talking about movies. I love talking about movies before. I love talking about movies now.
Yeah.
It is one of the things that brings me so much joy in my life. Not having it's TMI, but I am not having a great time right now with everything that's going on. But this brings me a lot of joy. So thank you to both of you. And thank you to everyone who helped make this podcast the success that it was this year.
Yeah. And we would be absolutely nowhere without all the people that we've mentioned. And also without any of you who are listening to this right now.
Our fans.
Because without you guys, this is just three guys sitting around a table doing nothing.
Just
you guys,
bitching about movies.
Yeah. You guys make us, push us to do more and bring you more. And it allows us all these great opportunities. So thank you all for always tuning in and being there. And one special shout out that I will give to, I mean, we've mentioned our friends of the podcast, but I will give super friend of the podcast / music producer Josh Fumo for writing a whole bunch of jingles for us over the last little while, but especially this year, delivering a brand new one for us again, and without hesitation, without us even really asking. He just gets straight into it and sends us stuff. And we appreciate that, because we couldn't make this sound as good as it does without a musical mind like him. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So without further ado.
Yes, the runners up.
The runners up and then your top 10, Dave.
Okay. You want me to just go straight through?
Yes, because I think then I can follow your flow. If we break it up, then I won't be able to understand your top 10.
Okay, fine. Okay, so my runners up, I just put in alphabetical order.
Okay.
Like I said, I
No
have
particular order for
no
the
particular order
Fair enough.
for runners up. I have like a list of 20 runners up, but I just kept it to 5.
Yeah.
I just kept it to 5. So my 5 runners up, alphabetical order: Bird,
Sure.
The G,
Yep.
In a Violent Nature,
Nice.
My Old Ass,
Nice.
and Nosferatu.
Good enough. Good. That's good. I would say that the runners up category was probably one of the tougher ones this year, of just like, what do I leave off of this runners up list? Because there is so many that I could have put.
Right.
To your point, like there's so many.
Yeah, that's why
just picking 5 was like, fuck. Like, I don't know.
It was a challenge to just pick 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you follow me on Letterboxd, I will have a whole like 20 runners up
20.
list.
Yeah.
But yes, I loved all of those movies, and they were all on my top 10 at one point or another.
Fair enough.
So my top 10, starting from number 10.
Let's do it.
Number 10 is Isaac Gale and Ryan Olsen's Swamp Dog Gets His Pool Painted.
Fuck yeah, man.
Number 9 is Vera Drew's The People's Joker.
Yep.
What? Number 8.
Wow.
Tony's mind is just exploded.
Jesus Christ. Number 9. Nuts, man.
Number 8 is Aaron Schimberg's A Different Man.
Sure.
Number 7 is Luca Guadagnino's Challengers. Number 6 is Denis Villeneuve's Dune Part 2.
Okay. Number 6.
Number 5 is Brady Corbet's The Brutalist.
Sure.
Number 4 is Adam Elliott's Memoir of a Snail.
Yep.
Number 3 is George Miller's Furiosa, a Mad Max saga.
Yep. I like that.
Number 2 is Sean Baker's Anora.
Okay. What's number 1?
And number 1 had to be, I don't give a fuck what Tony says.
Oh
it
my
had
God.
to be
no.
Coralie Fargé's The Substance.
Fair enough. That's a good top 10, but a huge what the fuck in the middle there.
Yeah.
Or the beginning.
Just
damn.
I have so many.
Tony just exploded.
It is so like
All of
not
those-
what I was expecting.
Damn.
All of those movies, just I love them all. They all hit me in different ways that I was not prepared for, and they just stuck with me, and I have not forgotten any of them.
Damn.
And
Okay.
some of them might be a little more obscure and a little more out there compared to other people's top 10 lists.
Sure.
But they're all worth your time.
That's a good list.
Yeah,
thank
I
you.
respect it.
It's a unique
Thank you.
list. I like unique lists.
Yeah.
I don't like the list that all
You're
follow
like,
the
"Ugh,
same.
yeah, okay,
follow the
yeah.
same tree. I like Swamp Dog. Okay,
throw a
People's
wild card in there.
Joker. Sure, Dave, I'll take it. Like,
That's why when you mentioned it, I want to have like a full-on conversation
It
about
deserves
that
it.
film
It
because,
deserves it.
Alright.
because we didn't have a chance to talk about it. Tony and I got to see it in theaters with a raring crowd.
Yeah.
Like they knew what they were in for,
Yeah.
and it definitely deserves to be discussed
Fair.
because I enjoyed it a lot, and it took me 2 years to get to see it because we missed it at TIFF because we didn't go to the premiere. We both were going to go to like a subsequent screening, but they pulled it after the
they
premiere.
pulled. Yeah.
And I always regretted not going to the premiere because everybody loved it.
Yeah,
And yeah, there's a reason everybody loved it.
Yeah. No kidding.
I'm just happy that we got the opportunity to see it and see it in the theater. This movie is so unique, and the fact that it even exists is a testament. It is something, and it deserves all the praise.
Fair enough.
That's why it's on my top 10.
There you go.
It's a good list.
Thank you. Thank you.
Applause.
Thank you. Thank you.
Applause.
Thank you.
Jimmy.
I live for the applause. Applause. Applause.
Thanks, Dave. Yeah, I'll do the same thing. My runners up list is in no particular order. It just is some movies, but it was very hard to call that list down to 5 because there were so many more that I would love to include. But to go through it, my runners up, I put Memoir of a Snail in there. Absolutely beautiful movie. So totally worth a consideration. Flow, I'm throwing on there, as I've talked about before. Surprised the shit out of me. Loved it. Bird, similar reason. Surprised the shit out of me. Loved it very much.
You just want that fucking tattoo, man.
I do. I need a giant centipede going down my body. Juror number 2, was not expecting very much from that movie, and I walked away with a movie that is seldomly made anymore. Clint Eastwood delivered a solid film, and I really hope some more people get to see it because it is very good for the type of movie that it is. And it's bringing me back to a time where we used to get those kinds of movies all the time, and we don't anymore. And it was just a breath of fresh air that I appreciated this year.
Fuck Zazzy.
That's
Fuck him
fair.
in his stupid ass.
Yep. Yeah, he fucked all that up. And A Quiet Place Day 1 for the best damn cat in the world, and just honestly a fucking edge of your seat fucking anxiety ride the entire time. It is very good. Why the Quiet Place franchise continues to deliver banger after banger, I'm not sure, but I'm not going to be upset about it. Like,
I'm
I
here
hope
for
it
it.
continues.
I'm here for it too.
Continues
I
on.
love them all.
Without further ado, then my top 10 list at number 10, A Different Man. An excellent watch. I'm glad I was able to get that in this year, and loved it. Loved every minute of that movie. It's so good. Number 9, Love Lies Bleeding. I'm putting that in there for its it's the better Drive Away Dolls is what it is.
Definitely.
Most certainly.
And it's much better than Drive Away Dolls, and just an excellent movie all around. Number 8, Conclave. For all the reasons I've already mentioned. Number 7, Nosferatu. Yes.
I'm glad you got to see it.
Yes.
I'm glad you succumbed to the darkness.
Glad you were able to sneak that one in.
Yes. At number 6, and I just want to double check something, please. Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Number 6, Civil War is going in my top 10 because it was action packed from start to finish, and terrifying in different ways, but exhilarating, and like
Doesn't it leaves you like gasping for air, man.
Yeah.
That thing doesn't quit. You're
Yeah.
on this journey, and it does not let you go.
seriously delivered an exceptional performance, and well shot, and just great all the way through.
Yeah.
Canadian money means something.
Yeah. Number 5, Swamp Dog gets his pool painted. A movie that had no right to be as good as it is, but it is fucking incredible. One
So
of my
good.
favorite movies of the year. Like,
So
it's
good.
so fucking good. And it has no right to be that good, but
No.
here we are. Here we are talking about it at the end of the year. It was such a weird poll that we had from Hot Docs, and I'm so glad that we did.
Well done,
It
Tony.
was,
Well done. I
it
skipped to
was
the
so
South
good.
by, but well done, Tony.
Yeah, well done. Number 4, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, is going on this list. Number 3, The Substance, a good order, and you'll notice that now it's just kind of a shuffle of Dave's. Number 2, Dune Part 2 is sitting up there because I adore Denis Villeneuve, and he really delivered on a second part of a 2-part movie. Still beautifully shot and wonderfully delivered. And at number 1, my favorite movie of the year. This is bar none, hands down, my favorite movie of the year. I love it so very much. It's Anora. But that tracks for me in so many different ways. But I had such a great time, and I had such a great time seeing it again with Dave. So
Oh yeah. That was a blast.
It was a blast.
That was a blast.
So there we go.
All right.
There
2
we go.
down, 1 to go.
2 down, 1
Tony.
to go.
Okay.
What do you got for me?
So there's going to be overlap.
Obviously.
Obviously, there's going to be overlap.
Well, yeah.
So for my runners up, I just wanted to also echo how incredibly fucking difficult it was
Yeah.
to narrow this all down.
Seriously.
So with no particular order for my runners up,
Sure.
I have Nosferatu.
Okay.
Right. Talking about things that you can put on the wall.
Yep.
Definitely one of those kinds of movies. A Different Man.
Yep.
That one was not expecting what I got.
Yep.
So fucked up.
It's just
So
so
fucked up.
so fucked up.
So fucked up.
I have Memoirs of a Snail.
Sure.
That one just I'm still thinking about it. Like, that one was
It's beautiful.
incredible work of art. The Wild Robot.
Okay. Yep.
That one I was a blubbering mess
Oh.
during that movie. I really didn't expect the message. The message just
Yeah.
hit me so incredibly hard.
Glad I slept through that.
Yeah, the animation is absolutely outstanding. I will be very happy if and when this movie wins Best Animated.
Sure.
Just because fuck Disney.
Yeah.
And then lastly, I have a little documentary that will shake you to your fucking core.
Is it Swamp Dog Gets His Pool Painted?
It's definitely not Swamp Dog Gets His Pool Painted. I'm talking about Sugarcane.
Oh, okay.
That one, that one's going to stick with me for a very, very long time.
Interesting.
I am hoping that it pulls an upset for Best Documentary, but again, I haven't seen No Other Land.
No other
No other
land.
land.
So I don't know what I'm in for that one.
We'll have to find out.
We'll have to find out. But right now, I am placing my bets on Sugarcane.
Fair enough. Documentaries, it's always a crush right before the Oscars.
Yeah,
You got to
exactly.
like sneak in 7 documentaries that you didn't even
Yeah.
know existed.
Right?
Mostly ones that were on Netflix that you didn't hear
Yeah,
about.
you just
didn't hear that. You didn't hear about.
Yeah.
exactly.
As long as it's not another fucking what was it, My Squid Teacher or whatever?
My Octopus
My
Teacher.
Octopus Teacher, where you totally
Yeah.
where you just
He
totally
fucks an
totally
octopus.
fucked the
you
octopus.
skip therapy to go fuck an octopus.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, Tony.
Without further ado, my top 10.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. So at number 10, I have A Quiet Place Day 1.
Okay.
Literally die for Frodo.
Absolutely,
I
man.
had not-
It was toggling on my
Yeah.
list. I get it.
That movie hit all the feels. I was
Yeah.
not expecting a horror movie
Yeah.
to fucking
Yeah.
emotionally crush me.
Absolutely.
Number 9, this is going to be very controversial for the both of you, and you guys are going to scream, what the hell?
It's Craven the Hunter.
It's not Craven the
That's
Hunter.
Madam Web.
It is a film that I saw in 2023.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. But it didn't come out until this year.
Okay.
It was a perfect experience on how I saw the movie. But when I saw it again, I did not feel the same. I'm talking about From India, Kill.
Oh, okay. Fair.
I was disappointed. I was really, really disappointed, but I needed to see the movie again because I hadn't seen it since TIFF. And
Yeah.
like, it was just the experience that we had at TIFF was like electric. Definitely a top
Yeah.
3 experience. And I just didn't feel the same the second watch. Don't get me wrong. It's still an amazing movie. But it's definitely not perfect.
Mhm.
Number 8, Dave will be happy about this. I'm talking about The Brutalist.
Sure.
say what you want about that movie, whatever you say about it. When you break it down, this guy made a 3.5 hour epic for adults with almost no deaths, no violence, a little bit of violence, but not the violence that you're accustomed to for Scorsese 3.5 hour epics. He made it on a format that is basically extinct, and he made it for $10 million.
Yeah,
that is an achievement in itself.
Nuts.
And he is definitely. I want to watch more from this guy.
From Mr. Corbet.
Corbet. Believe the hype.
Sure, I do.
Yeah. Number 7, I have Conclave.
Yeah.
One of the biggest swings.
Huge.
Huge swing, huge twist. You're gonna hate it. This fucking movie was amazing. I loved this movie.
Yep.
Number 6, Challengers.
Sure.
Luca Guadagnino made tennis very, very sexy, and he made it interesting. And I don't understand how he did it. But I am very grateful for this movie existing, and I can't wait to watch it again.
Agree.
That leads me into number 5.
Mhm.
I saw this movie at 8 a.m. on a Friday, high out of my mind, and it was definitely a vibe, and I loved every minute of it. It is Love Lives Bleeding.
Yeah, man.
Definitely a vibe. 8 in the morning on a Friday.
That's a vibe.
That's a vibe, man. Number 4, you guys will be very surprised by this, but I fucking loved and adored this movie. I'm talking about Flow.
Okay. Yeah,
Number
I'm not
4.
really.
Number 4.
That's big up there, man.
Yeah, man. Honestly, another cat I would die for.
Absolutely, dude.
And
I'm sensing a theme.
What
You
about,
said the theme.
what about the capybara?
I was literally about to say, how do you say that thing? Because I would die for the capybara as well.
Capybara is great.
And then this is just overlap for the next 2. Number 3, I have Anora.
Sure.
What the fuck, man? That movie just comes out like a bat out of hell. I'm so excited to share this movie with everybody. And number 2, obviously it had to be there. I'm talking about The Substance.
Yeah, man.
That movie deserves all the praise. It's came as a big surprise, and I fucking loved every minute of it. I'm still thinking about this movie.
Sure.
And then for my number 1,
Interesting.
it is a controversial choice, but I will stand by it only because the movie is absolutely incredible. It fucking holds you and shakes you to your core, and you just cannot fathom what you're seeing. And I'm so upset that I couldn't see it in IMAX because it probably would have blown my fucking balls off. I am talking about Alex Garland's Civil War.
Okay. I'll let you have it.
It was an experience in IMAX, let me tell you.
Yeah, definitely.
only
And
imagine.
I'm kicking myself for not fucking
same.
making more of an effort to go and see it, because I knew I was going to love this movie right from the first trailer. I knew that this was a Tony Baldwin movie, a big T Tony Baldwin movie, and I'm fucking kicking myself. But as soon as I saw it, I could not stop thinking about it. This fucking movie. Oh man,
It's so good.
it's so good.
At this
So,
point,
so
see
good.
it on the largest TV. You
Largest
can put it on,
TV,
like, it's
get your fucking
and loud.
surround sound.
Loud.
Like your floor will shake. Your
Oh, yeah,
neighbors
dude.
will wonder if someone's being murdered.
Yeah.
It's
I watched this at
Yeah.
full volume on my 75 and just
oh
like,
man,
was
I
just,
cranked
like,
up
blasted.
that soundbar. Luna was not happy with me.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I have all the movies you guys named on your top 10s that I didn't have on mine are on my extended list.
Extended list.
My
Yes,
That makes
extended
sense.
list.
Yeah.
It was just funny that you named them all, and I was like, those are all on my extended list.
Yep. We had very similar years. It just depends on how we ranked it and how we ended up feeling about it. But yeah,
I think we did some good.
the
I think
top
we did some
20
good
is
work.
a pretty good it was a pretty good year for film.
It was a fucking outstanding year.
yeah.
Outstanding year. And it was very, very hard.
Don't let anybody tell you it wasn't a good year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, definitely
Don't
not.
anybody like we got some of the most unique batshit fucking
Yeah.
movies this year, and I loved every minute of it.
And just trying to like shuffle them and put them into places like you can't. Some of these movies you can't even rank because they're just so good.
And you know what? Even something like a Madame Web existing this year is
In the year of our Lord 2024.
What a year of cinema that movie also came out. Like, we had peaks, and 6 feet underneath the valley. Like we had everything.
We had 6 feet of shit. and
then the valley.
You cannot even tell me that this movie this year was not a good year for film. It was excellent all the way around from the highs to the lows.
It was a solid year.
And it was
entertaining. Very entertaining year.
It was a solid year.
So what? As I guess we look into 2025.
Yes.
Okay. What are we looking forward to in the new year?
Yeah. Give me 5, Dave. I've written a whole bunch down in case we overlap, so we can kind of talk about as many as possible. But go for it.
I have 7, but one of them I've
Sure.
already seen. I'm just putting it in there, and I know it's probably on your list because you didn't see it. It's Life of Chuck, which was incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
That's
I
on my
loved it
list.
at TIFF. It comes out in May.
Yeah,
So
fantastic.
you should
So excited.
definitely put it on your list.
Yeah.
The other ones I'm looking forward to are Mickey 17, new Bong Joon-ho joint, which got a new date again.
I'm just
Oh
hoping
my
that we
God.
finally
Just
fucking
give me-
see this.
Just give me the movie.
Just give me the movie, please.
Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
The Final Reckoning.
The Final Reckoning.
Yeah.
Sinners, which is the new Michael B. Jordan
Vampire.
movie.
Yeah.
Tony will love this. Avatar, Fire and Ash.
I was talking to Melissa about it. She's like, you better fucking take me to the new Avatar.
And then this one I hear might be moving to 2026. So that's why I included an extra one in case it does.
Sure.
I don't even know if this is what it's called anymore, but it's the new P.T. Anderson joint.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Which is called as of right now, it's called the Battle of Bacton Cross, but it might be called something else by the time it comes out.
Sure.
Either way, the new P.T. Anderson joint that's supposed to come out in August might get moved to 2026. Either way, it's on this list. And if it gets moved to
it's on next list.
It's on the next list.
Yeah.
And then just because I'm really curious about it, and I know it's going to be super controversial when it comes out, but it's going to be huge, is Michael, the Michael Jackson film.
Yeah. It's gonna be something.
Definitely.
It's going to be something. So yeah, I only included Life of Chuck just because I've already seen it, so it doesn't really count. But because I don't know what's going on with P.T. Anderson, I included the extra for Michael.
That's fair.
Nice.
I'll do a few that you didn't mention. So one obviously for me is Better Man on there. And as I mentioned, September 5 is also on here as 2 movies that I need to see very quickly.
Both very good films.
I put Black Bag on here.
Ooh,
before you got on here, I was talking to Tony about this because you guys didn't get trailers for Nosferatu, but I did. And so it was like 28 years later, The Wolf Man, and then Black Bag, and it was like from director Steven Soderbergh, and I was like, oh, it's going to be Presence, and I was like, what the fuck? It's an entirely other. We saw this man in the theater give a talk, and he didn't even mention this movie that exists. Like, what is he doing? I love it. I'm on board for it. It looks great. Fassbender and Cate Blanchett. I'm in. A weird spy thriller after doing a ghost story after doing whatever the fuck before that. Like, he's a madman. And
did he do Magic Mike before that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really telling James, he literally goes from a stripper movie to a ghost story to a spy thriller.
He doesn't make any fucking sense.
No.
I don't get it.
He doesn't even fit into a genre.
What is his genre? What is his genre? His genre is Soderbergh.
Yeah. So I was in on that. I was like, absolutely. I put the Alto Knights down, which is
Bobby D.
Bobby D. Yeah. It looks like it's gonna be fun. And also it's Robert De Niro, and it looks like
I haven't heard of this one.
It's like the first 2 original mafia families. So it's Bobby D and
Bobby D.
Bobby D. Yeah.
Yeah, he plays twins.
He plays twins. Yeah.
Okay.
As the starting, and then like they feud and all of that. So that seems to be what I was like, all right, that seems like fucking fun.
Awesome.
I don't know what they're gonna do to him, if he's just gonna be like as old as he is now, or if he's gonna be de-aged to shit.
I don't
we'll
know,
see.
man.
I had Sinners on there and Mission Impossible, of course. I put Elio on there because Pixar. I will see most Pixar movies without hesitation. 28 years later, because I keep seeing the trailer for it and it looks fucking excellent.
It is if anything, it's a great trailer.
Yeah. And finally, I just put on there just because I saw it and didn't even know it was coming out, but F1.
Oh yeah. That's gonna be that took
Joseph Kaczynski. Yeah,
that took forever to film. They just finished filming it.
Yeah,
they've been filming it for like 3 years.
It looks excellent. I've heard some of the techniques that they're using, and it looks like it's gonna be a wild ride. So
Definitely.
Yeah, that'll be an IMAX one. Don't
Yeah.
fuck up. Go
Yeah,
see it.
that's
in
an IMAX one.
No, I want to see it in 40X, man. Like fucking race cars.
I
man.
will see it in
both.
IMAX first.
Yeah.
Do it in both because
And
I
then-
think he's shooting in IMAX. Like
Oh,
it's,
then, okay,
yeah.
we gotta see it.
you got to see it in
then.
IMAX. Mr. Tony.
Tony.
So overlap, obviously. Just wanted to point out the ones that are overlapping. Excited for Mission Impossible, Sinners, Mickey 17. I was excited for Mickey 17 last year, so
We're still
I just-
excited.
we're just carrying this trend. I think we should just get another movie because like we went from being hyped for Dune, and then that got pushed 2 years, and then we were
Yeah.
hyped for Mickey 17, and that got pushed. So like I think
That's why I put Back to Cross on
there we go. And then I'm literally foaming at the mouth for 28 years later.
Yeah, you
like,
are.
really, really
Yeah,
excited
you
for
are.
that one. And F1, I'm very excited for too. But I want to speak to three other movies that I'm foaming at the mouth for. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
want to see that.
That'll be
Anything
good.
that Guillermo del Toro, like I will literally bow down and fucking give my respect to the altar
Sure.
of Mr. Del Toro. I'm really excited for Ballerina as well.
Oh yeah. From
Uh,
John Wick
from the
adjacent
mind
movie.
of John Wick.
From the
Or
mind
is it
of
from the mind or from the universe of John Wick?
The
Whatever the
world
fuck
of
they-
John Wick. Yeah.
whatever
It
the
just
fuck
it
they
looks
call
it looks fun, and fucking Keanu's in it too, so it's definitely gonna like pack a punch for sure.
I'm pretty sure he just shows up to be like, hey guys.
Yeah, pretty much. And then the one movie that I'm literally foaming, I am so brutally excited for this movie, and I don't care if it's bad because I'm gonna think that it's the greatest piece of cinema, and it comes out next week. I think.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Den of Thieves 2.
Pantera.
Excellent.
Honestly, if
Excellent
it is
all around.
even a shred of what the first one was, I know I'm gonna be in it for a fucking great time.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for Den of Thieves,
Excellent.
and I think that wraps up our lists.
That's
and
it was a good year.
it was a good year. It was a nice year.
Let's close
Let's-
the book
let's
on
close
season
the-
3.
Yes.
And close the
Done.
book on 2024.
2024 is wrapped up. Season 3 is wrapped up. I'm looking very excited to our season 4.
Yes.
We have some good plans, I think, for what we want to start covering. Maybe some differences we might throw in, and
I'm looking forward to changing up the format this
Little bit.
next year.
a little bit. Now that we
Yeah.
have sort of like a solidified screener time and some ideas for our best, my worst, I think it's going to be an exciting year.
It's
Yeah.
going to be very exciting.
Very excited.
Yeah, buckle up and stick around because the best is yet to come.
Here's the last question I'll pose to you as we wrap this up.
Yes, please.
The last fun fact that I want to know, you'll need your letterboxd for this unless you know it offhand.
I think I do.
What was your count of films
Oh, that I don't know.
for this year? What did you end up at? How many films did y'all watch in 2024?
So mine is literally
Just go with diary entries if that works for you.
Mine's
Yeah, I'll do
literally
diary
disgusting. I know the three of the maybe the both of yours will equal mine.
Maybe.
They already changed
Yeah,
it.
they already fucked it up.
Yeah.
You gotta go to your stats. Thank
Yeah.
God for Letterboxd Pro.
Yeah.
My diary entries for 2024. It may change, but who knows? I was at 528 movies.
Wow.
Get the
You're a
fuck
fucking
out of here.
madman.
Yeah.
What are your hours at?
Get the
907.7
Get the
hours.
fuck out of here.
Yes.
Get the fuck out of
Tony,
here.
when you look back at 907 hours that you've spent
Did you
watching
spend-
movies
were
this
those-
year,
Were
And
those-
that doesn't include the amount of man hours that I put in to being a pre-screener with Fantasia.
oh yeah, that's
as
right.
well.
We can't even talk about how many hours that added on top. Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Shit.
That is
Jesus.
it was a time. It was a
No
time.
kidding. No kidding, Dave.
Don't watch anymore. Just this is it.
This is it. No more
Cut
movies.
it. Cut it off. Cut
Have
it
a
off.
break today. Go
Have
take
a
a
break.
nap.
Go take a nap.
I think I might just watch TV. How about
Okay.
Yeah, just watch TV.
Catch
Don't
up on some TV
make this-
shows.
Make this. This is the end.
This is the end.
Okay, mine was 382 and 680.7 hours.
Yeah, I think yours and mine combined would equal Tony's because I had 202 this year,
That's pretty good.
which is pretty
good.
good. It was much. I had a really shit year last year, and it just got better this year. 202 movies, 384.6 hours
Not
of
bad.
movies. I'm pretty happy about that.
Not bad.
That's
Not
great.
bad.
Who were your top actor and director?
Oh no, this is bad. You don't want to
Yeah,
know.
mine's
mine.
embarrassing.
Okay, no.
Okay,
Let's go.
What's
Let's
the
do
top
this.
actor? Top actor. Just top actor.
Ryan Reynolds.
How many movies?
8.
You fuck.
I was really hoping my number 2 actor would come through, but he did not. My number 2 actor was Judge Reinhold.
That's so good.
7 films from Judge Reinhold.
My top actor. Marathons are a problem.
Yeah, of course.
My top actor is John Ratzenberger. 22 films.
Nicely done.
Man, nicely done.
The next
Nicely
one
done.
down is a tie actually between Andy Serkis and Bonnie Hunt at 8 films.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Mine was actually tied for Judge. It's Judge Reinhold, Willem Dafoe, Matt Damon, and Brad Pitt, all 7 movies.
That's good.
I got 5 Willem Dafoes this year. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, he made like 5 movies. No
This is
wonder.
Tony.
So for my number 1 actor, still the same thing that happened to me last year, where I did a marathon of movies from this one actor in preparation for our first episode.
Yeah.
And I was not able to watch more than I did in that time.
Yeah.
Jason Statham is my
Right.
number 1 at
Yeah.
8 films.
Yeah,
And
there
then
you
my
go.
number 2, you guys will laugh your asses off because it is a 6-way tie between J.K. Simmons,
Oh no.
Jon Favreau,
Oh no.
Dan Aykroyd,
Oh no.
Johnny Depp, John Cena,
Oh boy.
and John Chu.
Wow.
Johns.
John Chu.
A lot of
Apparently,
A lot of Johns.
apparently
A lot of Johns.
A lot of Johns.
A lot of Johns.
top director.
Oh, do I have to say who it is?
Yes, you
I don't
do.
want to say mine either. If that's any consolation to you.
It's Ridley Scott.
Oh, that is pretty bad.
How
Dave.
many?
Six movies for
6
Ridley
movies.
Scott, and then a tie for second for 4 films: Chris Nolan, Adam Elliott, Tim Burton, David Leitch, Jay Roach, and Alex Garland.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Wow. My top one's bad. My top director, again, because marathons are a problem.
Yeah.
John Lasseter.
Oh.
It's bad. I told you it's bad. Tied for second is Peter Jackson, and Pete Docter at 4 films each. So that's
How many was
something.
Lasseter? 5 or 6?
5. Yeah. So yike.
Yike.
Yikes on bikes.
But Ridley Scott definitely made my top list as well, and Denny Villeneuve as well. There you
Nice.
go, Tony.
All right, so mine is equally embarrassing.
Is it?
The second place ones are more embarrassing. First place, I have Tim Burton at 5 movies. Marathons are a problem because we went to the Tim Burton,
Yep.
and then all of a sudden she just wanted to watch Tim Burton movies.
Yep.
Not like that's a bad thing.
Not like it's a bad
that
thing.
one's not as bad.
No, but okay. So I have a 3-way tie for second at 4 films each. Doug Liman,
Ugh.
Sir Ridley Scott,
Ugh.
Sure.
and Peter Farrelly.
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Actually, I say oh boy, but I'm pretty sure Peter Farrelly's on my top 10 like all time.
Yeah.
Let me see. Is he? No, he's not. He's not anymore. He was, but he's not anymore.
There we go. But anyway, I just wanted a quick couple stats for everybody as we wrap up this
close out
year.
the year.
Since we definitely wouldn't have talked about the fact that John Lasseter is my top director for any particular reason.
Just
Ugh. Yeah, big yikes. So with that, I guess we'll see you very soon in 2025 in the new year. We're going to kick off season 4, and I can't wait. I can't wait for this next year.
It's gonna be a good one.
And I can't believe we're also coming up to our 4th anniversary of doing this podcast for as long as we have. It's been fucking great.
Where has the time gone?
I know. I think we might if
We've
if the
been bitching
trajectory,
about a lot of movies.
Yes, we
if the
have.
trajectory stays on course, season 4 will also have our 100th episode.
Oh my gosh.
Our official 100th
Under-
episode.
Official 100th. Yeah, we don't count interviews.
We will most
don't
certainly
count
hit 100 episodes,
Yeah.
but our official 100th
bonuses.
episode.
And yeah, if you don't count bonuses and interviews, because they're not part of our official episode structure, they are offshoots of our episodes. Our official episode, 100 episode, will be
We'll hit,
happening
yes.
in 2024 as well. So big year for us. I'm very excited.
Big year, and hopefully we'll have another TIFF series for you.
Oh god, that would be so good.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed for Finger Guns at TIFF.
Absolutely.
But until then, I remain and shall always be Jimmy, and I will always be joined with
Big T Tony B.
and
Fucking exhausted Dave Baldwin.
yeah, but he's gonna come back. He
I'll
don't
be
care.
coming
He
back.
don't
He's
care.
coming back.
He's
He's coming
exhausted
back.
or not. He shows up. Only time Dave gets off is if he has another child, which we know that's not happening.
Yeah, that's not happening.
So
that better not fucking happen again.
Yeah. So we expect Dave back in 2025 because he needs to be here.
I'll be here.
Good. Until then, we'll see you all in a couple weeks.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, gang.
Welcome to 2025.